Unique, New York.
Aloha.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Storm King's Thunder, Session 9. We are here. We tried to play once. Work and computer dying got in the way. We tried to play twice. Sickness almost killed me. Not really, but super sick. We're trying to play a third time. Eric is still delayed, but we are going to move forward because we really want to play. Hopefully he'll join us soon. So we'll do a slow recap and maybe we'll chat, but then we'll get into this. Oh,
he's on his way home.
he just says he's on his way
Who
home.
knows what his ETA is? It might be an hour.
Perfect. His emoji
Yeah.
says this.
Go ahead and say something in the chat to him so he knows we are just starting the recap now. All right. But so he's on his way home from we don't know where, and how long it will take, not sure. So we'll go ahead and start with the recap. So session 8, our party returned to Nightstone. They found Rond to be gone, but gifted magical boots and some gold. Pip-Up took both of those things and is wearing the boots currently. Rokas was able to get the command words for the drift globe from a lady who he then later hung out with. And no more details there. You guys helped Morak with the inn. And then we had some fantastic boy band puns, I'll say.
That was right.
It went on better for longer than I thought it would, which is great. You guys visited the new lady of the town, Daphne Featherstone. You guys got some new weapons. You also got some information about the Nightstone itself that you guys asked about. There was feast occurred. There was celebration for the team. You guys were just paraded over. Everyone was super happy and appreciative of all the things you did to save them. A little kid got on Rokas's shoulders and then jumped off, and just overall it was just a fun little celebration, along with Lucy doing a more somber type song at the end, which was beautiful in our imaginations. And I think the way that you did that was really cool. Many conversations occurred with both Morak and Alara to go to Temple's Landing. Lots of persuasions, lots of not great persuasions, some good persuasions. So eventually you got them to agree to at least visit. Alara will go, but Morak said he would at least go visit with you all as you were heading out. Before that, he did give you a quest to go to Brinchander to tell Captain Southwell that his twin sister died in the attack. You guys are reluctant, is really far away. But at the very end, a 200, maybe 300-foot tower descended from the clouds, resting on a cloud, towards you all, where then Rokas started to go up the cloud stairway and saw a 26-foot-sized giant coming down the steps, looks at you all with a grin and said, "Hello down there," or "Hello, little ones, there you are." And that is where we ended, basically. So I kind of put it in perspective. So again, this tower, I think I said 100 feet. It's really like 280, 300 feet. It's massive. The giant himself, from the looks of it, he looks like you probably come up to his knee, up to his hip, maybe. He's 26 feet tall. He is giant. But he has a grin. And okay, so he's, just to get his description right, he's got wind-swept white hair, a wispy white beard, billowy purple robes adorned with gold stars. He's holding a staff, and he just has this like grin on his face. And it's a welcome. It's a warm kind of I don't know, strange, like a little bit strange, but like it's a warmer grin. It's not menacing at all. And he looks down on you. We don't have to share, or I'm not going to invite you to the owl bear right now. But I think it was Rokas and Cornelius in the front, probably, or maybe Lucy, you were up there too. Anyway, it's a mix of you four, Selthor, Alara, Morak, and I didn't really specify, but maybe like 2 others that are going to kind of help Morak with the caravan and stuff, commoners, if you will. So when you see that, you see this giant come down, say what he says, looks at you all, and he pauses for a beat to see if there's any reaction.
Not that small.
Can I do before any conversing, and I don't have to be the one to talk, but well, a couple things. Is he's talking in common or giant?
He's talking in common.
Okay. How many of us can speak giant? Who can Rokas can speak giant?
I think
I
it's
can too.
all
If
you're
3 of
all-
you, Eric, Pip-Up cannot.
Okay.
And neither can
Ah.
Selthor.
Okay.
And you don't know about the others.
Can I do a history check to see, like, we keep talking about like the cloud giants or the storm giants? Can I just do a history to see like what type of giant I think I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys all can if you want.
Maybe I'll do
17.
nature check to see if like I glean anything different.
I don't know if nature would tell you.
Okay.
I mean, that's not a normal cloud. You could tell that from nature.
Understood. Okay. Back to our prior conversation. I'll go history check then.
I got a 17 for history.
I got a 14.
Rokas, are you interested?
Yeah, I forgot to. Well, a natural one. Perfect.
Rokas, is that a giant? Is it a tree? Is it a cloud? Is it a cloud-shaped giant?
You guys see a person?
You're confused.
Amazing.
The other 2, I mean, you haven't seen, other than maybe in some tomes of sorts, drawings of giants. You know there's a few different types. This is probably a cloud giant. You can deduce that from the cloud tower that he rode down on, but
Makes sense.
you know there are storm giants that are similar, that look similar. So it could have been that. It doesn't seem like it though, based on like stuff you've read or things you've seen. And it's definitely not like a hill giant.
Okay.
So I'll just give you that much.
Okay.
Allow me to introduce myself.
I'm Rokas.
What? Sorry, sir?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I am Zephyros. And he does a big bow, and he puts his like his staff in his arm to like give you a good bow with his arms. And he's like, would you and he points to each one of you 3. And then he points to he pauses on Pip-Up. He's like, you're a different color than I thought you would be.
Racism.
I have a proposal for you 4. I would love it if you would join me up in my tower. Where's my staff? Where?
Is that the one you're holding?
it was in my arm again. Anyway, I would love it if you joined me in my tower for a conversation.
All right.
Wait.
I'm not so
about?
quick. Yeah, I'm not.
Rokas is already like 20 steps up.
Hold
He's
on,
just
buddy.
ready to go.
Can I insight check?
Yeah.
I would also do the same. So
What are you
not-
trying to?
Rokas just inherently will be trusting of a giant friend.
If I sense any nefarious intent, and you'll have to let me know what a natural one gleans me.
Two out of 4 rolls today have been a natural one. We're doing
Yeah,
great.
and I wanted to do the same, but I also rolled a 4. So
Plus anything?
no, that's plus my modifier. I only have a +1. So
I wasn't expecting to narrate these very obvious what is now natural ones. Cornelius, you have no idea. He looks like a kind of goofy giant in a way. He could be playing it up. He could be genuine. You have literally no idea. Lucy, who's talking? Is it the cloud is actually talking? Is he a cloud? And then also, was Pip Up ever a kobold? You start thinking about that.
Yeah, my mind's just racing.
I guess since I'm trusting and Rokas is going, I just kind of look to the others with us, like Selthor and Morak, and I'm like, only us, not our companions.
Well, really, the next leg of this journey is just for you 4. I believe the tiefling boy in the back, he has his own mission ahead of him. And the others don't look like adventurers.
Bye, Selthor.
Oh man, well, he's
Can't hear
right.
you. I'm already up the stairs.
Hey, he's got. Yeah, no. We'll wait here, maybe. If you want. If you guys want to go up there with them, that's cool. I mean, you can do that or not. I mean, whatever you guys want. I won't order you around this time. I mean, you can do whatever.
Well,
he's very big. He seems cool. Like, but I trust everybody. I already said that before. Anyway,
do you think I should go and talk to this cloud?
oh, it's a giant, Lucy.
There's a giant up there.
I think you're confused again. So, and he like points to the giant. That's an actual giant.
Oh,
It's a cloud stairway.
I misunderstood. Okay. Clearly like a look of shock washes over her. And then as she sort of shakes that off, she asks him, Do you have any sort of parchment paper on your person?
Parchment. Some birds fly by. He's like, oh, I like the ones that fly.
I prefer the ones that swim.
Did you? And he looks at Cornelius. Did you ask me something?
No. I actually was just gonna like finish up with Southor real quick. I was just gonna like I wanted to do a little role play. I wanted to put my like kind of do the arm clasp like on his shoulder and be like, protect them, my friend. I don't know when we'll be back. And kind of like they're your charge now.
Yes, sir. I mean, yeah, that's what I decided.
Yeah.
I will watch them. I mean, I guess you can fly away, but if you don't, at least say something so I can be here. Just in case.
We may be back, we may not. I don't know.
I don't like that. That scares me. It's fear of the unknown. It's a thing. My mom told me about it. I get scared sometimes about things I don't know, like in the dark, because you don't know things when you're in the dark. You can't see things sometimes, unless you have dark vision. I actually have dark vision, so it doesn't really apply to me. But anyway, and then you see Zephyros pull out this like what looks like a quill, and it is the size of you, Lucy. He's like, "Would you? This is too big for you," and he puts it back. And then Morak kind of comes over your shoulder and is like, "You need to write something I got all my voices are all over the place. It's like,
Love
do you
it.
need to write something down, Lucy?
Yeah, please. I just wanted to make sure that Selthor was sent off with proper can't think of the word, praise for lack of a better word. The uppers back at the guild need to know about what he's done.
Oh, yes, that makes sense.
I probably, because I'm a wizard, have something in my pack, by the way.
But either way, if someone hands her some paper, she's going to quickly jot down some of the notable things that we went through that Selthor did and just confirm that we did stop the Zents. So that there's proof of. I trust Selthor to tell the story when he gets there, but like kind of want to double down. So some quick highlights of what we did, what we saw, and the fact that he's pretty much regarded as a hero in the battle.
I have one sheet, so you can use my one sheet.
Yeah,
that's all
cool.
that came with my starting equipment.
Cool.
Yeah, Morik had some parchment because he was writing that letter to go to Brinchander.
Cool. Okay.
But
I gotta pop off headset for like 5 seconds. I'll be back.
That's fine.
No problem. Typical Rocast. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do that. What you see is Zephyros start to go up the stairs, realize that you guys aren't behind him, come back down. He kind of is like,
yeah, I
and then he starts going up again, and then he waits, and he's like, I thought, she's still writing a letter. That's so cute. How can you read those little letters?
I like this guy.
And then he'll basically wait.
All right.
And then Selthor, so do you give that to Selthor?
Yeah.
When you do that, he won't look at it, but he'll be like, oh, and some of you were, just in case you die up there, or you leave, or you have the best, or you meet a new best friend. Anyway, some of you were offered gold, right, for your mission, your secret missions, right?
True.
I can make sure that gets to you. If it was the gauntlet that promised it to you. So like, if you know where you're going, if you don't go back to Temple's Landing, let me know where you're going, and I'll make sure that your gold gets there, because that's owed to you and you deserve it. And I can keep it or hold it for you until you get back. But if you don't get back, I want to make sure you have it. So did you guys I think you completed your missions, right?
Yes.
Yes.
As long as
Okay.
Morak goes to Temple's Landing.
Parchment. So he writes down Lucy, and then he writes down Zents destroyed, and he puts a check mark. He writes down
I love this.
Cornelius, and he puts Morak visit check mark, and he puts down Pip up, and he says rock investigation check, and then he writes down in like small letters what he learned. Pip up learned from whatever her name is, the lady.
Yeah.
Yep.
About the Nightstone.
Daphne.
Yeah, Daphne. Thank you. And he writes Rokas, and then he puts Alara Winter Spell and very bold. Puts a check mark. So now he knows. So yeah, that's his plan, is basically to make sure you guys get what you were promised if you accomplish your missions.
Love it.
All right, I'll hold on to this. I'll never lose it ever again. And who do you want me to give the letter to, Lucy?
The gentleman that gave me my mission from the gauntlets.
Captain?
His name. Yes.
Yeah, I can definitely give it to Captain Maxwell.
Yes, Captain Max. Yes, Captain Maxwell. Order of the Gauntlets. Yes, please give that to Captain Maxwell.
Yeah, no problem.
And
I'll be happy.
He should recognize my signature at the bottom, and I do like a super obnoxious Lucy Coppertoe at the bottom. Like,
perfect. All right, so he takes it, and he like looks at Morak and the others. He's like, all right, we're gonna wait here. And if you hear screaming, I'll go up and be the hero and save them. But if not, and if I don't come back, just go to Temple's Landing, I guess. And tell my mom I love her. But it's not gonna come to that because we're all gonna stand here together. Go team.
Thank you, Seltor.
All right, so do you guys follow him up the steps?
Sure.
Yeah,
So-
I think Lucy's gonna go last. I don't know if it matters, but I think she's gonna let everyone go first.
I'll stick
Good
close to Rokas as best I can, just so he doesn't like hurt himself.
I'll put Pip right in front of me then. I love that, Cornelius.
Yeah. So yeah, these steps are kind of twisting-ish, but they are made of cloud. But the weird part is when you step on it, it's firm but soft, almost like a very firm bed. And like the smoke of the cloud kind of like billows around your feet as you're stepping, like really dense fog. If you were to step on it, and it kind of goes around your foot. And that's kind of how the feeling, like it's super soft, like, wow, I could lay on this. This is great. As you're kind of walking up, and you get close to the top, and then you basically get to this tower. And when you get up to the top of it, it is again 300 feet up, kind of cylindrical, as it's twisting up. It's just massive beyond anything that you have ever encountered before. It looks super cool. So yeah, I'll share the owlbear now. And then basically asks you to enter. Please join me.
Trying to determine if Lucy is scared or not. I might roll for it.
And then when you get in, zoom out, like zoom out a lot, and then go to your right to get to the map. I added it with the Dripping Caves map. So
Got it.
just let me know when you guys are all there, and then if someone can share.
Yeah, I'll drive for sure. You want the one that says first floor and your little thing on it? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Segundo.
Ah, there's a giant poisonous snake.
Is there really? Oh no.
That's just someone's name.
My God.
Oh, I was like,
So cool.
it's spoiled. So yeah, he kind of bids you to enter. Is anyone entering the tower?
Rokas, are you
He's
still
not
just like
going in
striding
first.
forward or what?
Oh yeah, he's just whoop.
Well, I'll walk right behind you then. But then
All right.
I'll kind of
Then I'll
right.
go. I'll basically be walking arm in arm with Pip, I think. So I'll kind of like be in front of him just a bit, but hip to hip there.
Awesome. So what you see is
Hip to pip?
it's based, huh? Hip hip.
Hip to pip?
Pip to Pip.
I'll kind of read out some of this like verbatim, but it's not a door. It's more of like a long cloth that's kind of blocking the entryway, or is in the entryway. So the tower rests atop a cloud that feels solid underfoot. An open archway leads to an empty vestibule, at the back of which hangs a thin, translucent blue curtain that flaps in the breeze. So you kind of just went through that blue curtain. Beyond the curtain lies a 100-foot high hexagonal chamber containing a giant-sized wooden table and stone chair. Dangling from the ceiling are iron chains with 6 crystal spheres with continual flame spell cast on them. The spheres keep the room brightly lit. And then you can see basically there's a 20-foot wide hole in the ceiling that leads to what appears to be a second floor. So as you enter, Zephyros goes over to the chair and kind of like pulls it out from behind like the table so that it can kind of sit with you. Hey, Eric! Oh, hey.
Huh? Oh.
Eric's here.
I'm very sneaky.
He
Yeah,
was
it's
here
very
the whole
sneaky.
time.
Ah!
I was here the whole time.
Eric, do you you're in the tower with the giant.
Okay.
He said he has a
Recap.
mission for just us four, and then we went, and here we are. Like we just walked in.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, Zephyros is his name. He's very friendly. Seems a little maybe distracted at times. But yeah, that's the impression. Is he's relatively chill. We got a few natural ones already rolled.
True.
Where
Oh, lovely.
yeah, Joe thought he was talking to a cloud.
Still
Rokas
might.
wasn't sure what was happening. So that's how we started. But he sits down in
I'll
his
catch up.
chair. Sorry, did you say something?
He just said he'll catch up. So we're straight.
He sits down in his chair, kind of folds his legs, props his staff on him, kind of relaxed-ish, and he's like, well, thank you very much for joining me in my tower. Pretty cool, right? Yeah?
It's like nothing I've ever seen.
I know.
Can I do? I kind of want to like wizard nerd out. Can I do an Arcana check just to like see how everything is? See if I can figure out how everything is being held together.
Yeah.
Okay. 18.
Yeah, it looks like, and maybe you've read about it. It's a tower. It's a full blown tower. You could put it in the ground, and it would it would hold its structure. You don't know exactly what kind of magic the cloud giants have, but they're able to basically, if you were to take a uproot a chunk of ground and lift it into the sky, that's what they can basically do with the cloud,
Okay.
so that it is like solid earth essentially,
Okay.
which is what it is resting on. So its full weight is resting on this cloud, but the cloud is basically seeming to be like ground.
Joe, we can see all your tabs.
Yeah, you're all up in your tabs. And you get a sense that typically things like this have like a navigation. There's something that helps power it, and helps kind of move it around. You don't see anything like that on this first floor. It's more of a common space. But you assume there's some type of mechanism that kind of controls the flying of the tower.
Okay. So whether that's actual conversation or not, I'm kind of like, first I try and like scoop up some cloud and see how it like sticks, and then I see
Yeah.
the flames, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. Like, I almost went into a weird accent there, but how do you keep the continual flame going like that? And I'm kind of just like going around and seeing everything, and like, just like almost just muttering to myself, even though I'm posing it as questions to the giant, and I'm just like basically walking around like a kid in a toy store.
You're very excited. We have whole cities in the clouds. This is just but one tower. This is my tower.
Whole cities, you say?
Whole cities. I know. It's crazy. But what I have called you here for is much more serious. And I'll honestly, I'll get right to the point. But first, before I get right to the point, I would like to say welcome. Did I already say welcome? Are you all welcome?
We did. I feel welcome.
Do you need a regular sized pillow, which may seem large to you?
pillow.
Anybody want to
Yes,
sit on a
please.
pillow?
That would be lovely. Thank you.
He stands up. He takes his tower, and then he like juts it up, and he starts floating up into the second floor. And go ahead. Any magic users do an Arcana check?
7.
17.
So much better.
I have a cantrip.
Nope.
Natural 1.
Hey,
Okay.
that's our
We're
third
rolling
one
like
out of our 7th roll tonight.
It's Eric. Pip Up has no idea how he's doing this. It must be magic from the gods. Cornelius, you realize that
Cuddly magic.
yeah, he's just doing a normal like whatever first or like a levitate spell, and you know that he does not need to hold his staff up high to make it work.
So he's a little bit of a
it's more
showman going.
Yes,
situation.
exactly.
Okay.
So he's like,
All right.
he floats up. He's up on that second floor for about 2 minutes and comes back down, and he throws a blanket and a pillow. Rokas, why don't you do a dexterity check?
Oh, I actually rolled not natural 1. Dirty 20.
The pillow barely misses you. He wasn't even thinking when he threw it to you, and it almost knocks you down. But you're good. The blanket probably expands. It would be a normal blanket for him, like the length of like 3 of you. And the pillow is probably, it's more like a body-sized pillow, but even wider than each of you. But he kind of gives you those to get comfortable, if you will.
Is the blanket big enough to play parachute?
Oh, 100%. That's exactly. That's the visual I had in my head when I thought about this earlier today, actually. So he sits back down in his chair and he's like, again, something very serious I need to talk to you about, and I want to get straight to the point. But before I get straight to the point, are you guys comfortable? Is everything okay?
The blanket helps. The blanket helps.
But yes, thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, I want to get straight to the points. So, who are the? Oh yes. The savage frontier is in grave danger. I fear that a war has begun or will begin soon. And I have been blessed with the vision of finding you four and bringing you to where the war will start. In hopes that it will not, that small folk will live on.
You think this war could end the life of all people our size?
I don't have all the answers, but what I can tell you, based on the visions I've had, is that I was asked to find the heroes of Nightstone, specifically you four. And he looks at you again, Pip Up, and he said this earlier. Eric, you weren't here. And he goes, but you're definitely a different color than I thought you would be. Anyway,
Why us four?
The world works in mysterious ways, my dragonborn friend. All I know is this war will begin soon, and I am tasked to take you to where it might start.
So we're starting a war?
You are... How was it told to me?
Awesome.
You are awesome. You are preventing it from spiraling out of control. But the war, it's all, the chaos has already begun.
Do we know Savage Frontier, or would that be a history?
It's everything basically north of you. It's
okay, sorry.
It's everything from basically Temple's Landing, Daggerford, north, including the 10 towns, including all of that. So it's
it was started by a group called the Flying V's.
There was another adventuring party that failed. Fortune. No.
Tell me, does it have to do with the elves start this war?
Can you speak up a little? Sorry.
Did the elves start this war?
You're the one that doesn't like elves. I knew there was one of you. No. This war started with forces much greater than one subsect of small folk. Now, I understand if there might be some reluctance. What I can tell you, though, is that if you go with me on this journey, and he starts looking at each one of you individually, you, my friend, and he looks at Cornelius, might have a chance to prove yourself. Maybe to those who you think need to know. Pip up. I think this will give you a chance to show your wit and your charm, and maybe even get closer to the kind you truly admire the most. Lucy, there may be some vengeance or even hopefully some closure if you go on this journey. And Rokas, you might get some cool shit and get to kill things.
That's all I ever wanted.
This I know.
I'm in. Let's go.
Now, go ahead.
Do you have any of the cool shit here?
Everything I have is cool, as you can tell. But it is much too large for you.
I can get bigger.
I believe you. You're one of those growers, not showers.
Well, I grow and show.
Oh.
Oh boy.
We unfortunately can verify this with someone.
I am not interested. But what I am interested, where is my staff? And he looks around, and I keep putting my staff in my arm. I think it gets lost. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I'm sure you have questions.
Can I have your staff?
No, you may not have my staff.
Give you my axe.
That is an insult.
You seem to know a lot about us. Is that from the visions, or have you been watching us too?
I know what I've been told by... How does he want to say it? Sorry.
I don't think so, Eric.
Say something, Eric.
I
know what
the flow too much.
I know what I know based on the extraplanar forces that I connect with. JD, go and do a Arcana check.
Okay, cool. 16.
You've heard of a decently high level spell where you can speak with other planes to get information, and you suspect that's what he's talking about.
Okay. So I guess with that knowledge, I say, yes, but what plane have you been communicating with?
The plane, whatever plane draws me. See, the thing about the spell is I have questions and I ask by casting this spell, and sometimes I get answers. Sometimes I need to sleep. Sometimes I get confused. But most of the time I get answers. And a lot of these answers recently have led me to you four, have led me to Nightstone, and have led me to know a little bit about each of you.
Do I know, because I know of the spell, is that like how it works? Do I know that?
Yes.
Okay, so it really is just like any planar being can answer from any of the planes, sort of.
You contact a demigod and some other mysterious entity from another plane.
Okay. And then I guess I kind of listen to that and I look at everyone and I I don't look doubtful, but now I look a little bit guarded. I was like, but you don't know. There's no way of knowing if the answers are coming from something benign or something malignant based on the plane. How do you know that they're leading you to good?
The answers I seek are those that would only be answered by someone who cares for the best interest of this plane. Most care not. Many care not of the happenings on this plane, but I know what happened when the ordning was shattered, and all I know is that it needs to be restored, or something needs to happen, and that is the information I'm receiving to bring peace and prepare for this war that is upon us.
Okay, well, let's go to war, or go to prevent a war, or whatever it was you said.
Yes, tell us more. What must we do?
I have been tasked to take you to a town where there may be an impending giant attack, and that is as far as I know.
Let's go. We don't want to miss the
Giant-
fight.
Giants like you. Or another type of giant.
Oh, sorry, I thought there was more to that. That was the question, sorry.
Giants like you are there, yeah, any other, or a different type, yeah.
It is unclear. I know there are giants. Let me help you understand. I'll back up a little bit. This guy's on board. And he's pointing to Rokas.
Yeah.
But I understand this the apprehension, maybe the doubt. Trust me. The giants follow the ordning. That's what keeps peace amongst the ranks of the giants. That's what keeps the giants, for the most part, out of the business of small folk like yourselves. The attack on Nightstone, which I observed, the fallout of, breaks my heart. I could not believe that my own kind would do such a thing.
Do you know why they took the stone?
I don't.
Insight check too on
Yeah.
that.
Go ahead.
Where's my fucking character sheet? There's a good question. I rolled a 10, so I don't know what that means. I don't know.
What'd you roll?
All right, I'll find it. We'll say 10 for
10.
now. It's probably higher than that, though. I rolled
No,
a 10. I'm
that's-
sure my insight's higher, but I have to find my actual character sheet.
That's fine.
Ah, there it is.
Honestly, I'll pause until you.
14 total.
Yeah. Honestly, he is 100% genuine. You actually see sadness in his eyes.
Okay.
Like he is, like legitimately heartbroken. That's something. Like
Little
Cloud
little
Giant.
dewdrops forming in the corners. Yes, I'd also be curious to know what you know about the stone they took.
I have done much research. My research does not pertain to, especially this far south, and I'm sure I could think of. I'm sure I could find something that I maybe wrote down about a stone similar to the Night Stone, or others. But giants like stones. We all like stones. We sometimes
also like
throw them.
stones.
Some of
This
us
one had-
throw them.
This one had
Do you-
runes on it.
Do you know why
Oh.
they wanted that stone in particular and would leave all the other stones that they had there?
I mean, I understand there's a magical essence to it. Again, I am a researcher. This is what I do. I have not delved into this world, into that specific thing. It probably was the nicest stone. Sometimes we throw stones. Sometimes we drop them. Sometimes we roll them. Lots of things can be done with a stone. But, sorry, off track. Essentially, that attack happened for a reason. I'm hearing of other giant attacks in other areas, small, isolated. But this caste system, this ordning, has a place for every giant kind, and there's a ranking within each giant kind. And Amon the our Allfather broke that ordning. We all felt it at the same time, and I'm afraid that this breaking of our structured system has led to these giant attacks. These attempts at trying to gain favor with the Allfather, and the fact that the storm giants are not keeping everyone in check is also concerning. That's why I've been speaking with these extraplanar entities to see what I can do to help.
Gotta tell you, if they broke a pact, that does fire me up.
I don't know if it was a
Adam the
punishment.
Allfather dissolved the ordning.
Sorry, what'd you say, Chris?
Adam the Allfather dissolved the ordning. That's the question. Like he actually dissolved it. There's no more like structure to their society or anything. / our society, because I'm
Yes.
also kind of gianty.
That is precisely what happened. And like I said, every giant felt it. And I'm afraid.
Did I feel it? Did Rokas feel it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so, because I don't think you've got like fire giant.
He's an ice giant, but was chosen by the fire giant god Surtur to do something. He thinks.
Got it. Yeah, I think
Whether
you're
that's
too far,
true or not, he doesn't know.
Yeah, you're too far removed, I feel like, from the caste system for each one of those giant groups. So I don't think you would have felt anything.
Why would Adam the Allfather do that?
That is a question we've all been asking.
Well, let's call him.
Do you have his telephone number?
That is not how that works, my friend.
And other
How do
other
the
giant.
Oh, sorry. Were you saying something? I think. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna.
Dragonborn, please speak.
Are there others like you who are working to restore the ordning, or is this something that many are celebrating?
That is hard to tell. Now we giant folk, how we determine our rank in our society is not based on good and evil. There is good and evil, lawlessness or unlawlessness, but it's more to be more like a cloud giant. That's how we rank them. You are more eccentric, have more things. Us cloud giants find that to be mought above all else. That's how you rise in the ranks as a cloud giant. Other giant folk have different ways of ranking theirs. As you might know, sir, military prowess, pillaging, that's a frost giant's. That tells the ranking of frost giants. Whoever's the best fighter, strongest. Hill giants, fattest. They're disgusting. Now, so to answer your question, I do think some, especially those at the top, want to remain at the top, want the ordning to return. But I also know those at the bottom or in the middle may want it to stay the same, but also might want to move up in the ranks, as this is an opportunity for them to potentially do so. I don't.
Do you think perhaps the hill giants or the mountain giants or someone low on the ordning may be involved in this somehow?
It is unclear. I think every giant kind is jockeying for their position. I think they, unfortunately, as giants are more prevalent in the north, that I am afraid, and others I'm sure are the same. The small folk might be the ones who get the worst end of the stick as they're trying to do deeds like getting larger or pillaging more or forging better weapons. They're going to wreak havoc on you folk. And that's what we're here to prevent.
Are you truly here to help
And
us
what's the
prevent
first
that,
step in
or-
all this?
Yeah, what's in it for you?
As you can see, I have a pretty dope tower, right?
That's pretty dope.
We're pretty high on the chain, right below storm giants. Of course, I want to keep our rank,
I see.
but honestly, I think all of you are really cool. You small folk. And
I'm
I
not
want
that small.
as little harm to come to the small folk as possible. That's what's in it for me. Is peace for everybody, a balance. The next step is for me to take you to where the entities told me to take you, which is where the war, it sounds like, is really going to begin.
And what is the name of this town?
Good question. No, it is Tribor.
Tribal.
Tribor. Ooh.
Oh,
Should I do a history check?
retro. When I said Bryn Shander was a couple weeks away, I meant it was like a month away traveling by foot.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds
Tribor
right.
is very north.
It's close by, isn't it?
No, it's not as close as you would think. It is still. So if you ask him, he'll tell you it's an about 10-day cloud ride. as the cloud flies, if you will.
Is this so? This is like table talk, sort of. Is this Tribor like the Tribor Trail by like Waterdeep and Luskin and stuff like near the 10 towns, or because that's like Phandalin is on the Tribor Trail.
It's closer to, and I looked this.
That's where I
up
remember from. Okay.
Yeah. And if you want, I can just do a history check to make this like something that I'm trying to figure out or whatever, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25. So I probably have a.
Holy crap.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you know exactly where it is. Phandalin is to the west of Tribor, but it's relatively parallel as far as going north.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's before the 10 towns and all that stuff. It's not nearly that far north. I can't really see any other like areas that you would really know other than Phandalin. But yeah, so it's a decent way up there, but it's not to the 10 towns.
Okay, so I guess I like say, yes, I know of Tribor, and I say all those things out loud in case anyone else does not know, like where.
Okay.
Well, and Lucy
I don't
turns
know how I
to-
feel about getting trapped in a cloud for days on end.
Fair.
It's a pretty cool tower. I'll tell you that
This-
much.
It is amazing. I could spend a year here.
That seems like a little much.
Now, we could play dice. We could play cards. I have cards that might look funny because they might look giant to you. But I'm not saying we can't land. But again, with the chaos and the timetable, I don't know if we can delay much. I think
No delay. Let's get there as soon as we can.
brilliant.
Before I agree to this, sir,
Of course.
you said that this is an opportunity to become more familiar with those who I seek. Do you have anything to back up your word on this that I could hold on to, or some sort of proof of this?
I can tell you not much more than what I have been told. And what I've been told to this point has come to pass. I was told about Nightstone. I was told about the Ordning being sundered. I was told about Giant Uprising. I was told about 4 small folk that can aid, all of which have become true. I was told that each of you would gain from this journey. And what I had spoken to each of you is what I was told. None of
Great.
which has ever been wrong.
No, I love shit and breaking, killing, and stuff. So you got me. Perfect.
I love murder. I mean,
Even
vengeance.
still, I would like I would like some sort of compensation or some sort of something tangible to hold on to, if that makes some sense to you, before I commit to anything.
Of course. Other than flying on this dope castle in the sky, other than
Of course, other than the dope flying castle in the sky, yes.
We could have the dope flying castle in the sky.
no, other than flying in it is what I mean.
Can I change my name to Howl?
Can do whatever you want. You know what? I might have something. And he throws up his staff, and he floats up to the second floor. You hear some rustling. You
It's
hear
pretty
kind
cool.
of,
You can just like float up there, right? That's actually kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm very jealous of this guy's abilities.
yeah, it's way better than stairs, and I look super cool when I do it, as you know, as you can see.
He's like a firefighter, but with clouds. Just whoop whoop.
He comes down with 5 journals, large journals. Large to you.
Journals.
Normal
Okay.
size for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, I've been traveling around the Moonshay Isles for 50 years. I've done research on the extravagant and the mundane.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me, Eric? Still?
Mhm.
And these journals catalog some of those activities. As a researcher yourself, I feel like you might appreciate that. I'm willing to give you some of these journals with the knowledge that I've learned through my journeys. Would that be interesting to you?
That would suffice. I could spend the journey reading over these. Thank you. This will be lovely.
Of course. Now, don't ask me about them like today, but because it'll take time to read them, of course. Just because of that only. That's the reason why. But so yeah. So normal size than his hands, maybe even a little like, small like a notebook, but to you they're like pretty large. But yeah, so he'll hand them over. There's nothing you can't fit in your bag. It's just more like, they're kind of
Pretty
now.
Okay.
Shall we set off, or do you need to speak to the other small folk at the bottom of the stairs?
I want to ask him one
Bad
more thing,
idea.
but I'm not sure if anyone wants to like go talk to
Well,
how we want.
I want to ask him if he can help us with our broken items.
I don't think you have them. You swapped them out.
Did we swap them all out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
the
We were
weapon,
able to take
not
them
the
from the
armor,
armor.
not the armor.
Yeah, my armor. That's what I'm thinking of. My armor is still is still a little bit broken. That would have been my question, and then I would like to go back down and let them know that we're gonna journey off. So maybe I could do that while JD's chatting it up with Zephyr.
Yeah, I
Zephyrus.
think he'll say we can talk about it on the journey, about your armor.
Okay.
But yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah. So I say I have two things that are much different. One, my only request is, and this is more of a hard requirement than a softer requirement, is if you don't already know, and if you do, perhaps you could tell us, if you could use your extraplanar communications to make sure that while we are off out and about, that our elf and our friends in our Temple's Landing will not be destroyed behind us, so we return to a home of smoldering ruins in the midst of this war. And then second, I wonder if I might be able to learn some of the magics or study from you while we journey, even if it does not glean me much.
For your first request, of course, I will use my magic and ask those questions. Maybe as we journey, you can write them down, and I will make sure to ask them as you please. But to make sure Temple's Landing, the wood elves, right? and Nightstone are. Will they be safe while you're away? Definitely. And I definitely enjoy a fellow magic user and an enthusiast. So, yes, we can spend many days, if you like, teaching you some of my ways. And he goes up and he floats up to the second floor and back down. That wasn't even that challenging.
I'm just so excited to meet someone who shares my affinity for giant culture.
Yeah. Haha, yes. Well done. All right. Lucy, you want to go back down?
Yeah.
Anyone else going back down with Lucy?
I'm lost in looking at the ship, so I've already forgotten about everyone back down there.
Nah,
Cool.
fam.
All right, you head down.
Head down, basically looking to seek out Cell.
Oh man, you're back. How was it? It feels like you're gone a long time, but you weren't even gone that long, I feel like.
Well, it was like nothing I've ever seen. Beautiful, terrifying. And we've been called to prevent violence and take on a mission. I think that's worthy of our time. So
I like that.
I don't think I should share much with you, other than what we're doing is important, and we've made arrangements to ensure that Temple's Landing and Nightstone and that your next journey that you'll be watched over.
Oh, sweet.
There is some giant problems at play, and we're gonna help solve them, I think.
I think that's awesome. Giant problems. Is that a pun? Or real giant
It is.
problems? Oh, that was cool.
Thanks.
Okay. I'll take them back to Temple's Landing. Report in. With Captain Maxwell. I wrote down all your achievements. Do you know where you're going? So I can send you the goal.
Yes, a city called Tribor.
TR, like TR.
BOAR? Tribor? Maybe?
I'm sure someone will know. I don't know. Actually, they'll probably know.
TRIBOAR.
TRIBOAR. I'll write it down on that parchment I gave him. Oh, here you go, buddy, and I'll write it down
Okay,
for him.
cool. Cool. So, you're gonna fly in that thing? Whoa.
That's what he said. Yeah, it's gonna take
Oh,
11
man.
days to get there, and I think Tribor is way further than that.
Yeah, no. I don't know anything about Tribor, but I feel like it's really far away. But if you go on a cloud, you'll get there faster. Oh man, that's so cool. Anyway, all right, man. So can I give you? And he goes to give you a hug.
Ah, she fully embraces him and just whispers, "Remember, you're a hero."
You're a hero. You're a hero, man. Thank you.
And as she like comes out of the hug, she like stiffens back up and does like a salute or whatever it is that they do, and just says, "It was. I'm proud to have served under you during the Battle of Nightstone." And she like ends the salute.
I couldn't ask for anyone better. For honor and glory.
And then knowing she's gonna get emotional and start crying, she turns right around and starts heading up the stairs. Like, doesn't want him to see
You've
it.
known each other for like 2 days.
It's love. She's got so much trauma. Come on.
The strongest bonds are forged in the deepest fires.
It's true.
All right, cool. You guys ready to fly away?
Let's
Yes.
do it,
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
All
I
right.
think so.
Oh, all right, you're back. Here we go. And he goes back up to the second floor, and you can't really see him. And then all of a sudden, you lift off, and you start coasting in the. You raise. You don't know how many thousands of feet, but you are in the clouds. The air's a little thinner. It's maybe a little colder if you were to step out, but you are cruising. So I'll pause there as we kind of. We're not going to do all 10 days, but there will be little things kind of sprinkled in. So day one, as we kind of end this day, are there any questions for Zephyros or any conversation that you all want to have amongst yourselves as we kind of start this journey?
What's for dinner? So something.
Zephyros is my
Yes.
name. Ah, yes. Of course, dinner. You didn't bring rations? What you're planning on going back without any food yourselves? I have. Let me see.
I do have
and
a
he
mess
comes-
kit, so I can cook a little bit too.
He
We're in a
comes
magical
back.
tower. There's got to be some magical food or something.
Yeah, I'm all out of creative juices for the food stuff, so I'm just gonna say he comes back with some food, and it's great.
Yay!
And you
Great
partake.
food.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think.
So,
just
question for you,
thematically-
Brad.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Just thematically, I think Lucy would have been poking Zeth during the first day a little bit, like, tell me about your cities and about, how populated they are and what they look like. Just so kind of like the idea that conversation is happening in the background.
Yeah, no, that's good, and I think he'll fill you in. I think he also you notice I tried to portray this some, but you notice he's pretty like distracted and he's pretty eccentric, but like he'll lose his place every now and then, and or he'll get distracted by something, or he'll like repeat the same thing a second time to you that he just said to you. So he's a little bit all over the place, but for the most part, he's locked in, other than those instances. But yeah, he'll kind of give you, just slowly, kind of telling you about stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, she's fascinated.
And I guess Cornelius kind of
So-
asks. Oh, go ahead, Pip-Up.
Go ahead, Jay. You're good.
I was just gonna ask, like, basically about their magic. Do they have to study it, like many of the small folk do? Is it innate? Like, I just kind of want to understand their relationship with magic. So that's why I was like, if you have something more narrative centered, Eric, then you can like take the reins for sure.
I do not.
Okay.
So for you, Cornelius, and maybe this will go for different days too, but yeah, he explains some of that. It is very much you're a wizard in the same way that you're a wizard as a small folk person. You study, you learn spells, you have a spell book, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
There are inherent giant things to each type of giant that he may or might not go into in full length, but again, they have advantages in certain ways, but it's not just all innate magic that they have. They have to do just as much studying and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But yeah.
As far as the layout of the tower goes where we're staying here, is
Mhm.
there like a good area to like cloister or hide oneself or like tuck away?
Yeah, so if you look at the map, essentially it's pretty wide open.
Mhm.
The table and the chair, he puts the chair back after he's done like kind of what he proposed to you all, basically. So there's like behind the chair, there's a little like alcove area that you could potentially go in. That's the view is more obstructed in that area. Everything else
Okay.
is pretty wide open.
I think Pip would naturally gravitate towards that area and kind of keep to
Mhm.
himself a little bit, tuck in, and kind of start reading those journals and really start
Yeah.
like delving into the information a little bit. He's definitely trying to. I don't know if he's really like subtle in doing this or not, but he's definitely trying to eavesdrop on the giant as much as possible to see if anything like piques his interest or like any little nuggets he can pick up while they're kind of
Yeah.
conversing back and forth.
Yeah,
But that's what Pip's doing during this period of time, more or less.
Okay. All right, so we'll say the first night happens. All those things. You guys can sleep. I think there's nothing really crazy about the night.
Okay.
And then when you wake up the next morning, you all hear muffled from your pockets.
What?
What the heck?
Hello and happy day to all of my Temple's Landing family. You get out your
That's
sending
right.
stones.
Mhm,
And you hear
mhm.
good old Tommy Toothpick. This is your good friend and voice of the town, Tommy Toothpick Templeton himself, reporting from the Temple's Tribune. Giants attack! There are reports coming in from the recent expedition in Nightstone that our travelers were not met with warm bed and hospitality, but ruin and chaos. Reportedly, the very rock that gave the town its name was taken by some cloud-riding giants. Sounds like something out of an old fantasy tome, if you ask me. Now, old Toothpick wouldn't be named the voice of the town if he couldn't get an interview with someone who saw it firsthand. Joining me now is one of the heroes who was sent over to Nightstone that actually saved the day. Am I right? Order the Gauntlet's member Selthor. Tommy. This is Tommy. You know that. Sorry. Anyway, so you saw the giant attack. Am I correct? Hey, well, yeah, no, like I didn't see the giant attack, but I did see the aftermath of it. And like, yeah, we had a fight with some bad guys, some goblins, and some orcs even. It was crazy, and we saved all those people. There were ogres too. I forgot to mention that. Oh, and by we, I mean my friends. So there was Lucy, Pippa, Cornelius, and Brokas. Hi, Lucy. I'm on the sending stone. Okay. Back to the giants. What can you tell us about them? Well, so they attacked, right? And there were like some elves were attacked by other giants. Man, it was like just crazy. But like everyone also came together and worked really good, worked really well. All right. Thank you, Salhorn. You heard it here. Giants attack a nearby town. On to some other news. Templeton's golden pine cone trophy was won by the Torchlight Loose Jaws over the weekend as they defeated the Arm & Hammer Anvils in the championship game 7-5. I just received a letter from Captain Maxwell himself, and it reads, "Citizens of Temple's Landing, in light of the news and recent giant attacks, the Order is doing everything in our power to ensure you are all safe. The chances of giants venturing this far south is very unlikely, so please rest easy. But if it does happen, the Order of the Gauntlets are here to protect, for honor and glory." That's my Captain Maxwell impression, by the way. Anyway, that's all for this week, folks. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll catch you later.
Bravo.
Fantastic.
Bravo.
Well done, sir.
So I've been waiting to do that. I should have had more water before that. But anyway, so that's what you hear on your sending stones from Temple's Landing.
I thought his name was Selthor.
I think
What's
Tommy Toothpick got it wrong.
Oh, he got it wrong intentionally, I think.
So
If you could insight check through the sending stone.
If only we could. If only we could.
So yeah, the next day kind of goes. Is there anything after that riveting message? Is there anything you guys want to do kind of on day 2 as we kind of move forward?
Are there stairs going up to the upper levels, or do you have to fly?
No, you would have to fly, and he does. Zephyros does say at one point, like, I'd prefer you to stay away from the second and third stories. And if you were to ask, basically, the second floor is kind of like his room. He doesn't want y'all going in there, really. And the third floor has griffins that can be dangerous, so that's his explanations. Now, you can insight that, but that's what he explained.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Oh, 19.
Oh, wow.
There might be more to it, but like 95%. I mean, it's all the truth of what he said. There might be something else to it, but yeah, that's definitely all.
What are you doing with the griffins?
They're more like pets, cats, if you will. I know I saw some cats down there in Nightstone, so they're my pets.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen a griffin.
They will bite your face.
I'll bite their
Um,
face back.
Yeah, I bet you would. You seem like that type.
Thank you.
All right. We are approaching on the third day. Unless anyone wants to stop me.
I think the only thing Lucy would ask is if there is any way to repair her armor through his magic.
Oh,
or...
yeah. He's got mending spell, so let's see.
Well, a giant mending my armor might actually work.
I mean, he can get the links back together, but the ones that were melted away, not really.
Okay. So it might look a little better, but we're not gaining the fortitude back, essentially.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
All right, on the third day, go ahead and everybody make perception checks.
Ooh, yeah. That's good.
Dirty 20. I'm on a roll after those two nat ones.
14.
Dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
16.
All right, you all see. Maybe zoom out a little bit. Nine giant vultures.
Oh, shit.
With 9 slender humanoids. Oop! Ah!
Yeah.
Did I take the whole thing? All right, I think we're good.
Yeah, you drugged,
It's
you drugged
back
him out.
now, yeah.
All right. With 9 slender humanoids, getting off of them as start to approach the front. And this is, at this point, it's been like 3 days. You know.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yet?
We lost you.
Oh,
Yeah, you
shit.
cut out
Really?
for a minute, Brad, but you're back.
Not a minute.
Okay,
but
am I back?
10
Am I back?
seconds.
A second.
We know that was where you left off.
Yeah, it's day 3, so we know that. Blah, blah.
Zephyros isn't awake yet. He is up in his second
Hmm.
story perch, and what you see are
Some jerks on birds.
Jerks on birds.
It could be nice bird flying guys and gals.
Have you ever met a person who rides a bird? They're jerks.
on the third day of the journey. You spot 9, I don't know, very thin, but thin, lightly armored humans riding giant vultures. They're not humans, humanoids. They land atop the cloud whereupon the humans dismount. All the riders wear like steel helmets that cover their eyes, kind of resembling a bird's head. One is equipped. Never mind. One has a bag. Is basically what it was saying. But anyway, so you see. That's what you see. You see 2 kind of leading the pack, while the others are following behind. And for the space of this, they're a little further back, but they're basically starting their approach up to the tower.
Rokas will grab his axe and come out. Like, exert his dominance.
All right. So you do that. You can actually, so there's a curtain on the more inner part, but that outer part is open. So once you pass that curtain, even in that little pathway, they can see you, you can see them.
Okay.
We're here to speak to the large one.
I'm the large one.
You're not that large.
Oh shit.
Well, them's fighting birds. symbols.
God damn it.
I think Lucy would have gone to try to. Well,
Go ahead and all of you roll history or intelligence check.
5.
24.
11.
17.
Pip up and Cornelius, when you get out there, if you're not out there yet, you don't
Mhm.
see this, but they're all wearing a symbol. Well, you all see the symbol. You have 2, you don't know what it is. The other 2 know it's. Sorry, what'd you roll, Pip up?
17.
It's familiar to you, but it's not. You can't really think of it.
Okay.
Cornelius, what'd you get?
24.
All right, with over a 20, it's the symbol of the Kraken Society.
Okay.
Now, whether you need to say that right now or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, that's what you put together when you see them. They're all dressed in a certain way, and they all adorn that symbol. So go ahead. You got. Oops, shit! I did it again. Shoot. I mean.
Oh no, we're demonetized.
Oh, fiddlesticks. The guy talking to you, if you zoom in on F2, kind of has
Cool.
this like, pretend that his helmet is kind of more like Kraken-y.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
It's
can
pretty
see it.
dope, but yeah. So that's kind of
Looks
how he looks, and the
super
others
cool.
kind of look similar, but maybe not as cool. But there's 2 main ones, and then the other ones are kind of assembling around.
I think Lucy's gonna round the corner, hearing Rokas get frustrated with them, and kind of loudly say, "For what purpose is this request?"
Our business is with the large one. I don't know who you
I
are.
already said I'm the large one.
I'll go grab him.
Medium at best.
You're small.
Let's give it a
Does
second.
does Pip
Lucy will. Oh, go ahead.
does Pip know how to call out for Zephyros?
Best guess is to yell, but you're not sure. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll go to the center and just be like, Zephyros!
You wait a minute or 2. Huh? Oh, yes, little one.
There's
He's like
people
peeking
at the
down.
door for you.
There's pencils on the floor for me.
There's people at the door for you.
I thought you said pee hole, and he like flies down to you. Okay, I'm sorry. I should have not yelled. We shouldn't be yelling in this. It's
No,
silly.
You
I
probably
can
just talk
fly
like
down
normal. Yeah, you could fly. You could fly. Yes.
What you what? I
There's
usually don't
people
get up
for
yet.
you in the front, requesting your
People?
presence. Yes, or humanoids, I
Oh.
suppose.
Humanoids,
Yes.
even crazier. Okay, he walks to the door. Oh, hello. What can I help you with, little ones? Can we speak to you in private? I mean, they can do whatever they like. You guys want to go back inside?
Have you
Not
dealt with
particularly.
No.
Have you dealt with these individuals before?
Hmm.
And I kind of just like throw out, just to see if it gets a reaction. I'm like, yes, those of the Society of the Kraken.
Has Rokas ever heard of that society?
You get a very shitty look, Cornelius.
Ooh.
Probably not. Why don't you just do a history check?
8?
No. I like some, no, I'm not giving you something on that one. Well, it seems like they're staying.
Our deal is for you and you alone. I guess if they want to hear, they can. We are emissaries of the Kraken Slackrithil.
I don't know if that's how you say that, but that's how I'm saying it.
Slackrithil. Perfect. They are asking for your allegiance.
Allegiance? To what end?
All they are asking for right now is your allegiance. Nothing more. Just you'll know when the time is right.
Don't do it. They sound like dicks.
I
They smell like it too.
I must confer with some others. Please, would you like to come inside?
No, they would not.
My home is for all who seek my presence, medium to big one.
He's
But not
learning.
small?
With this filth inside, we'll stay out here.
He's looking right at you, Rokas. Yeah.
Cornelius.
Have you guys
Cornelius.
seen the movie 300?
Oh no.
Oh,
It's getting close to. This is Sparta time.
Cornelius.
yes, yes. Pip.
How do you know what dicks smell like?
And I just give a. Because I walk with you every day.
Lucy takes some water out of a canteen and does a spit take.
All right, so he walks back, and by he I mean Zephyros, and he looks at you all and he's like, "I'll be right back," and he flies up to the second floor. JD, why don't you make a insight check?
Okay. 17.
Yeah, you assume he's going to do that contact other planes spell to see if he should align with them or not. So he goes up to the second floor and he's going to make a roll. Hold on. Gosh. All right.
This music selection has been perfect, Joe, by the way.
Oh, thanks. I felt very
Concurred.
cloudy.
Why don't everybody so where are you all positioned?
Front center.
Right where I
am.
am.
All
Yeah,
right.
exactly where I have myself.
I'm further up. I'm right next to Ro because I was gonna try to calm him down. I don't think it's gonna work.
Gosh. Adding the
Okay.
second image. I'm so sorry. All
Cloudy.
You're fine.
right, so he's not in there. So you three make a perception check.
17.
11.
13.
Rokas, it's probably because you and Homeboy are having a stare down, basically. But what you notice is the humanoid right next to him has a bag strapped over his shoulder, and in that bag, it has a smiling face on it. But what you pick up on, and no one else does, is that second individual is pulling up the flap on the bag, and it looks like there's movement.
What do you mean, like what kind of movement? Like it's alive?
Like he pulled up the flap and something is coming out of the bag, but you don't see anything coming out of the bag. But there's movement like something's coming out of the bag.
All right.
Hmm.
So I'll like kind of just acknowledge that in my brain a little, but then I'm gonna turn back to the masked guy and
Mhm.
just kind of say, "So tell me, little fish, if he decides not to join your little cult, what happens next?"
Can I just roll initiative right now? Like,
First off, watch your fucking mouth.
Oh God.
whoa, that was a hard F.
That was a capital F
And
for
that
sure.
concern, that is no concern of yours.
Hmm.
And he squares up to you.
He comes up to like roughly my crotch.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Maybe like
I'm
mid
just
stomach.
kidding.
I'll just kind of look down at him, like he's like it's almost like what if an 8-year-old approached you and was like ready to throw down. That's the amount of like risk Rokas feels right now.
I'll just say, as he says that, I should have said this at the time, so it's not necessarily reacting to what you're saying, but all the other ones kind of tighten up a little bit, get a little bit closer,
Yeah.
as they feel maybe a little tension building.
Why does this campaign always have mobs, man?
I know.
Yeah, Brad ain't taking it easy on us.
So, few awkward moments pass. Is there anything else that's
Let me see here. I think. Is there any way that Pip can like cast Shillelagh real quick? Just like get that in the bag, so to speak.
If I mean you can, if they see it, they might feel a certain way about it.
I think Pip's gonna like casually just like get some 3/4 cover over here, whip out his quarterstaff, and kind of like ting, like ping it against the floor, and kind of like just cast Shillelagh. Just have
Okay.
that active, just in case.
Right.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
What's your friend got in the little bag there, little fish?
Again, none of any of this is your concern. And that includes what he may or may not have in his bag.
Fine. Well, what I have in my bag doesn't concern you either.
Someone with your intelligence, I don't think they have anything very interesting in your bag.
Shit, man.
Your mom didn't think so.
Bag of D's, boy.
Definitely, definitely gripping her axe at this point.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. Not yet.
Yeah, I was just waiting for to see if anything pops off here.
All right. So luckily for your case, Zephyros passed his check and he's not unconscious for 24 hours.
Oh my god.
So
was
that's why I was
risking
like a little
that.
nervous. So yeah, he comes back. Okay, how's everybody doing?
We're doing great.
Seems
Little fish seems nervous.
okay. Anyway, sir, I have heard your proposal, and I respectfully will have to decline. Your masters Your master's intentions do not align with my own, and I would not like to partake in any type of partnership. And you hear him almost like hiss and kind of spit.
Wow.
And he's like, you'll regret this, old man.
Starting now.
And they start to turn and walk away.
Your short-sightedness will not be forgotten.
That's the last thing he says as they start to turn.
As they start to turn, I kind of put my hand on Rokas's shoulder.
You
I
pick
don't
him
say
on the
anything.
shoulder.
Okay,
No, you can. You're pretty big too.
I reach up and put my hand on your shoulder, and I don't say anything, but I just kind of like give you a little squeeze.
All right, they go back to their
Bye, little fish.
giant vultures, and they fly away.
Have a nice flight, little
He
fish.
throws a big old rock at him.
Yeah.
If I had a big old rock. I was looking forward to throwing that guy right off the cloud.
Me too, kind of. Look at Rokas avoiding conflict. That was wonderful.
He wasn't
Okay,
going to throw
so-
the first punch, but he was going to throw all subsequent punches.
all others. Can you guys start deleting those for me?
Yeah.
So that could have been something, but yeah. So all right, and yeah. So, oh, sorry, retroactive. The main guy did give Zephyros a pouch as a offering, basically.
The same pouch?
So after they leave, he's like, "Oh, I still have their pouch. Oh, hey, you forgot your gift. Would you guys want it?
Little fish. Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, he gives it to you. It is. Well, I don't know. You don't know. It's just it's a bag, and it looks like it has like some glitter or something inside of it.
Does anyone know what this glitter is?
Let me take a look, Rokas.
And I like hold it open in front of you.
What should I roll?
Arcana.
Oh, my worst one of the night, but a 16. Worst Arcana of the night, not worst roll.
You think this looks like pixie dust, but you don't remember exactly everything it does, but there's you know that it, depending on how it works in the moment, might have varying effects.
Okay.
You can give it more time to like think about it or check
Do you mind if I take a look, actually?
Sure. I mean, no, I
Pixie
don't.
dust, you say?
Pixie dust.
Oh, it's way lower. Never mind. Very, very curious. Very interesting.
Do you know what pixie dust is or does, Mr. Giant, whose name I forgot already again?
Oh, Zephyros? Let me
Zephyros.
take a look. Oh yeah, he does. I will give you the whole explanation. Oh yes, I know this very well. One pinch of this pixie dust can substitute for the material components of any enchantment spell of third level or lower.
Very detailed.
Also,
Yeah.
a pinch of this pixie dust, if you sprinkle it on a creature, you roll a percentile die. I don't know what that means. And there are certain magical effects that can happen.
That's fun.
Yes.
I can't really remember what they are, but I think one makes you fly. It could make you fly.
Why would they give that to you?
As a powerful magic user as myself, as someone who flies in this grand castle. Many want to win my favor throughout the years, and most, especially for us cloud giants, they know that a gift will go a long way. So I assume it's just another gift. Usually I give it back if I decline. I was distracted. There's some birds over there. Did you see them go by earlier? Anyway, and I totally forgot. And they were kind of rude, but you were kind of being rude, Rokas, but they were also kind of like super rude. So anyway, I don't know.
Well, thank you for the gift. And
Have
if
you
you
ever
see
had-
them
No,
again, thank
thank
them
you.
for the gift too.
Have you ever had dealings with the Society of the Hydra before?
The
I know you
Kraken
said
Society?
the Kraken Society, yeah, not Hydra. Um,
Whoa! That's sweet.
I'm
can go back and
wondering.
see.
I know you said what you said in front of them, but do you know anything about who they might be working? What is your finger on the pulse say?
I have never heard of such a kraken by that name. I don't know I don't know any krakens, to be honest with you. I'm up here, they're down there. Water clouds. I can't say for sure. I know the much inner workings of the small folk. A society of krakens. I mean, they looked what you would say evil, not good. But I don't concern myself too much with all the interworkings. So I contacted other plane. They said don't make that deal, and I said okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Who do you contact from the other plane?
I contact the other plane. I ask them questions and they answer me.
So it could be anyone from. You could have been talking to the Kraken that they like.
Oh, wouldn't that be wild if they told me not to partner with themselves? That's funny to think.
That would be pretty wild, yes.
That is wild.
Counterproductive.
Okay, I'm gonna finish my nap.
Good night. Sleep well.
Z.
Hey,
All right,
Bad
so he-
Lucy, I think we should have killed those guys. What do you think?
I was getting ready. I kind of smiled, picturing them, with no heads.
I was smiling, thinking about the fish, like plummeting back down to the earth or whatever, Toro.
Oh, I can't wait to work on some of the new throws we've been working on.
Next time we
See-
see him, we'll try harder to pick a fight.
It seems strange, doesn't it, that these people just showed up on flying creatures, found this place. We're looking for his allegiance. Is he just a very strong, gullible giant?
Well, it's why I asked him if he had dealt with them before, which is concerning that he said no. That they just show up here and try to get his favor.
It's concerning they even know where he is. It's a flying fortress.
Mhm.
Although
Yeah.
he did say many try to win his favor, so it must be that he's not completely incognito.
Is he putting out a signal or something? Like, is there
a
a
good
giant
question.
beacon in the sky? How do they know to find him? It's interesting.
Pretty
We'll have
big
to ask.
castle.
Not that big.
That's
I
what she
haven't
said.
seen
Can't wait
it.
to see your castle.
To be fair, he snuck up on us when we were walking in a field.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't necessarily remember seeing this 300-foot castle in the sky before, so I just have to say.
Well, you guys haven't been very observant.
I was just busy, having my family get killed, so.
Rokas literally starts laughing when you say that.
Rokas was busy making a family.
She says that smiling, like she was using that as a way to break up the tension.
Yeah.
What do we think? Do we trust this individual? He seems pleasant,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I get the impression he could kill us at any moment if he wanted us dead.
Yeah, like trust is a tough word. I don't know that I trust him. I don't think he has ill intent for
that's
us.
for sure. That's for sure. Yes.
And I think he's having us do something because it benefits him.
I don't know. I get a weird feeling about this.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't
Cornelius.
trust the situation, but I don't remember if you were here when I was asking him a bunch of the same questions about the other plane and stuff.
I was
But,
here for that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like I also don't trust the situation, but I think that we are safe with him we are safe with him. I believe.
For the moment, I think you're right on that. Might have to reassess once we find out where we're headed and what we're actually doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's keep that in our back pocket.
Yeah, agree. keep alert. I'm not sure I fully trust the situation. I do trust him. I think he is pure in heart, but the situation seems tenuous at best.
And he might be in over his head of whatever intrigue is going on.
That's what I'm afraid of as well.
Something would have to be pretty high to be over his head.
Indeed.
That's true.
Indeed.
That's true, Ro. Thank you, buddy.
That's a very good point, Rokas. A very good point.
Who gets a piece of jerky? Who's a
piece of jerky? Who made a good point? Who made a good point? Yes, you did.
Amazing.
All right. So the day kind of passes as you guys are having these conversations, and similarly, and then night falls over you. Where do you guys normally sleep in this big room? I know where you sleep, Pip Up.
Yep.
Rokas kind of likes the cold, so he's probably going to be kind of like out a little.
He's husky in it.
Yeah, right.
What about the other two?
I probably stay around like where Lucy is, like near the middle.
That's I think where Lucy's at, and yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay. In the middle of the night, now those lights give off some light, so you can see in there. Still, even at the middle of the night.
Sure.
But Rokas, what's your where are you going?
I'm here. I'm listening.
What's your AC?
15.
Never a good question.
That's
never
not usually a good question, no.
It's always a good question.
Okay. You wake up to
something crawled out of the bag.
Yeah, for sure.
14 bludgeoning damage.
What?
Oh shit!
Go ahead and roll initiative. Rokas.
Holy shit!
Only Rokas?
For now.
For now.
10.
Shoot. Okay. What do you
Good time for the music to get dramatic too.
Yeah, thank you. Oh.
I mean, like it perfectly transitioned.
They kind of did, yeah.
No, it was good. I meant like that was perfect. That the music on its own just like transitioned to something
I
dramatic.
see what you meant. That's fine.
All right. Rokas, when you open your eyes and you feel this pain, this significant pain, you don't see anything at all.
What do I get it? Like, what was I hit by? Was there like a rock or something that hit me?
You don't see anything at all. And kind of as you're collecting yourself,
Uh-oh.
you feel a whoosh of air go right by your head.
Oh,
And you feel like that was some type of attack.
I'll slip inside and just yell, I think we're under attack
So
or
it's-
something.
This is your turn. So that's your movement and some action.
Yeah, and I'll like wake Lucy up. Like,
Oh, hello, hi.
So
I think we're under attack. Look. And I'll like show him where I'm bleeding.
all right, Lucy, Cornelia says probably loud enough for you both can roll initiative.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, 24.
Damn, Jay.
I know.
Natural one.
Do me
What
a
does that
favor. Go to
give
the
you?
casino tomorrow. You're fucking on hot
Two.
today.
What does that give you, Lucy?
2.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, all right, Cornelius. It's your turn. You heard that Rokas was hit by something.
Okay, so I kind of like jump up and I look around and I only see him and nothing else. I guess I narrow my eyes and like use like sniff and whatever to see if I can perceive anything that would tell me what the heck he's talking about. I'm assuming I'm like, I don't know what the hell he's on about.
Yeah,
Would I
why
have
don't
to
you
do-
do
Would it be at a disadvantage too, or?
Hold on. Sorry. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you're good.
Ooh.
Yeah, music just got weird sounding.
You got fuzzy.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Wonky.
why don't you do a perception check at disadvantage?
Okay. Is this counting as my action, by the way?
It would, unless you want to do
Okay.
something different.
Okay, please. That was a dirty 20, but I doubt that's going to be my worst roll. Yep, 7.
You have no idea what he's talking about.
Okay. As a... Do I do this? All right. As a bonus
boy.
action. As a
Oh boy.
bonus action, I run over, like, well, he's just step over because I'm only like 5 feet away. Ah! I just like, and I put my hand on Rokas, and let me see. Okay, verbal, somatic, and okay. Put my hand on your chest, and you hear me chanting, and I say, like, only you know where to find it. And as I chant, your chest gets like, yeah, it was broken Fester. You start to
Turn it
feel
off.
this heat building in your chest, and as you like breathe in, it's like your chest is like glowing like embers. And I have cast, this is what I wanted to do, dragon's breath on you.
Oh,
So
nice.
as
There
long
it
as you
is.
are willing,
What?
and I keep concentration, you can, until the spell ends, you can make a magic action to exhale a 15-foot cone of fire to cause 3d6 damage on a failed dexterity saving throw. So I go, give into your nature, and I just like kind of fill you with the power of breathing fire.
So
And that's my
freaking
turn.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I want that spell so bad.
It's a good turn. It's a good turn.
All right, Rokas. Not your turn. Sorry, that was rude.
Rokas, na 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 na.
Yeah, basically.
Come on, man. Oh, does a 14 hit?
Ooh.
You, Rokas.
No.
All right. You feel the air fly by you twice.
Ooh.
But you didn't take any damage. It is now your turn.
I'm gonna go out there and see if I can figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay. So, I mean, you can make a perception check at disadvantage.
8.
You have no idea what's going on.
Okay, I'll just breathe fire.
Which way?
Like this direction. It's in a cone, so maybe this cone-ish area.
Okay. Nothing happens. Or you don't. Nothing seems to take any purchase on anything that might have been punching you.
All right, I'll come back in. There's something in here invisible.
Pip up, I think with the commotion and the fire breathing, you wake up. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Excellent. That's going to be a 21.
Nice. All right, cool. Lucy, you're up next.
You're on mute.
Of course I am. How is Rokas looking?
He is 1/3 dead.
Really? Oh, shoot.
Approximately.
1/3 dead or 1/3 to death?
2/3 alive.
Oh, okay. You're fine. She's gonna close her eyes. You'll see her tattoos glow a little bit, and she's using her divine sense to detect good and evil, essentially. So I would know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead, or anyone affected by the Hallow spell.
Nope. You get nothing.
Mm.
Y'all can tell me later if I'm wrong, but yeah, I don't think you get
fine.
anything. Nothing.
She opens her eyes and said, "Well, that didn't work. What is going on?" And if she can say something else, she would say, "Get behind me, buddy, until we figure this out."
All right.
That's it.
Cornelius.
Oh, sorry. She'll step up. She wouldn't just say that.
All right.
Yeah, move yourself.
Shit. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, this is
I don't want to just like burn spell slots, shoot burning hands everywhere, but part of me does want to do
This
that.
is a pickle.
Yeah. Can I don't know if that's a good idea because I'd hit them. All right. I want to, I guess just for the hell of for the hell of it, I am going to do I'm just gonna burn burning hands here. So cone. So 15-foot cone. Oh man, I don't want to hit them. So I'm gonna step back and do it. So I'm assuming that I kind of know that something just kind of attacked Rokas, yeah.
He attacked. Yeah, you could tell something seemed to be attacking him when he was where he was before he moved.
Okay, so I kind of step back here and I like to the top, like towards Pip up, and then just to be out of range so that I can cast my burning hands towards where Lucy and Rokas are in my 15-foot cone, and that they would just be at the edge and be able to maybe like brown some s'mores, but not necessarily get burnt themselves.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What's the is it a save?
It's a dex save of 14.
All right. You hear a little bit of a screech. Go ahead and roll. damaged.
Okay. 11 damage if it didn't save, and then it would be 5 if it did save.
Yep. You hear a screech like it took the full brunt of it, coming from about where Rokas was standing.
Okay. And then I
Interesting.
just say, something is invisible right here.
Can you ping where that was on the map, Jay?
I think it was like,
Somewhere in here. He was wearing
Hold on,
fire
hold on.
breath.
Somewhere in there. Okay.
yeah.
Wait, where? Yep, just around, kind of where that orange dot is, ish.
Well,
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Pip up.
How tall is this giant's table?
Uh-oh.
Do we lose Brad? He's looking
I
very
think
stoic.
I think he's just doing that face. Yeah.
He's just really thinking, like, man, how big is that table?
Yeah. Calculation.
Good question. You
That is
know,
his table thinking face.
giant's probably like what, 40 feet?
He
So when
said
he's sitting
23.
down.
26 feet, I think.
23, something like that. Somewhere in there.
23,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. What's a
So-
third of a giant's total height? You know,
7 feet, maybe 8.
he's really thinking about it.
I don't know if he's gonna come up with it. Yeah, I don't know.
Really, I've stumped him. I didn't think that would be the question, but here we are.
Yeah. We broke the DM.
We broke the DM.
So we'll take this as a memory here.
Oh man. Hopefully he gets back in on it. Oh nope, he's gone.
I was just about to take a screenshot of his beautiful
Yeah.
face.
Hopefully
I got- I got
Did you?
I think you are frozen too, Brad. Oh, where's my keyboard?
Hey.
join. All
Hey,
right,
there we
you're
are.
good.
Hey.
Woohoo.
Yeah, you're fixed now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I said Pip up. It's your turn. Eric, you good? And now it's the frozen one. So. Did you
I
do
asked how tall the table is roughly.
Yeah. 100 feet. Just kidding. Where is it?
Shit, yeah.
A giant-sized wooden table. So I'll say 13 feet tall. It's about halfway up.
Okay. It's probably still a little too tall for me to like jump on easily.
If you went from the chair to the table,
Okay, yeah, I think Pip would like to try and get some high ground if he could. Can he try and jump on the chair and then get to the table?
Did we lose him again?
Oh my god, has this happened twice in a row?
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Wow.
Stop with the table. It's a bug in the game.
Every time I ask a question, man, I'm just breaking DMs left and right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you get him? Did you get him that?
I
that
got
one?
him, I got him,
Oh,
I got
him. There
nice.
we
I didn't
go.
get him in time. We're gonna do a little frozen faces exhibit.
I'm almost scared to make another question, you know? The frozen faces of the DM. An art gallery.
The DM in the dark. We've got the frozen face.
The frozen visage of the DM.
I like it. Give him another minute here, and then we may need time to.
Chris, why do you have a Bing symbol hovering above your?
I did notice that
A
too.
what?
Oh, maybe.
You've got a Bing symbol like on.
Oh,
Yeah,
put your mouse
head.
over
Yeah.
it. It
Yeah,
says
it takes you to the
Manatee
manatee.
Appreciation Day.
Hey.
I'm gonna do my phone until we can figure this out.
Yay!
All right. I said you could potentially do a couple athletics if you go from the chair to the table.
Okay, yeah. How many athletics would you
Two.
like?
One for each.
One for each. I don't
That's
love
the
that, but
one.
that's okay. First one's a natural 20, so that's cool.
All right.
Oh!
You front flip onto the chair. It was wild.
Fuck, love
Watch
it.
me slip and kill myself now. Well, that's actually pretty good. 19 for the second.
All right, you're up there.
Yeah. All right. So Pep's gonna get on the top of the table, using his crazy ninja skills that no one's seeing because they're too busy looking at the blinding fire.
They're all looking the other way.
And I'm gonna run up to the edge here and kind of peer out and kind of see what's going on. And since I can't see anything, I'm assuming, right? Or is there like a weird like charred something?
Oh no, did he freeze again?
Oh
Get
my
that- get that-
goodness!
get that
What?
picture, get that
That's
picture.
a good one. That's
Oh,
a
I
good
got
one.
it.
Get it.
That's a good
Get
one.
it.
Chris got it.
Get it. All right. Nice.
They're
This
also
is so
getting
weird.
progressively
It
more
is.
zoomed in every picture.
I wonder if
I
he's
don't-
on his Wi-Fi and his Wi-Fi
That-
is just kind of.
It's got to be
Crapping
the
out.
Wi-Fi that's doing it.
Wow.
Sorry, Bradley.
Sorry that my questions are breaking the game, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Your turn's just over.
Dude, it is. My turn's gonna be over, and it's gonna be totally fine. Like I can almost promise you, it's how it's gonna turn out. Right?
Insane.
Brad just
So,
doesn't want this to end, so he's just
Yeah,
gonna find a
exactly.
way
He's just
to
milking it for
extend
as long as he can. Also, apparently, us planning on playing D&D is just my good luck charm because I sold again today. So
Hey,
Hey, that's awesome.
does that
I
mean
mean,
we
it
all
is
get a
good-
cut?
no, definitely not.
Yeah.
At least not right now.
All right,
We'll
Brad's
see
back.
if
Let's do.
it continues.
All right,
That's
yes.
awesome
I'm
though.
here.
All right.
I don't-
So I'm at the edge, and do I see anything?
No, what briefly kind of showed up as a screech and like the flame like hit something and like went
Mhm.
over it
Okay.
is gone. Like that's dissipated and you see
Okay, cool.
nothing.
If that's the case, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh, and I'm gonna end my turn.
All right, you do it.
No freezing. No freezing.
Okay. Next. Does a 18 hit Rokas?
Yeah.
He's gone.
Oh boy. This is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, unless the storms are starting to finally get to that area.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah.
No,
It
well,
was-
I mean,
was a
yeah,
lot
it could
of-
be.
lot of rain
could be.
and lightning and stuff here, but yeah.
I will recommend that we call it with this just to
I agree.
Yeah, I think
just
we're gonna have to.
giving the time.
Do we want
Pause.
to just sign off?
Yeah.
And then like wait to see if Brad jumps on to say goodnight to him.
Yeah.
let's get-
we'll
let's
end the
get 'em,
recording
like-
here.
Okay, that works.
We'll-
Yeah.
Well, I
give
meant the
him a second.
recording itself, yeah.
So
Not like us
pa-
leaving.
what a cliffhanger. Rokas is about to get fucking pummeled for some more damage. All right. Well, I guess until
I take 10 damage twice.
20 total. Are you down?
No,
Did he say that to you?
Yeah, in the chat.
that's
In
what
the
he just
chat.
said. I took for damage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
What are you at now?
Well,
Carry the one. Yep, there you go.
2/9 of the way almost dead.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well let's
I hate all those pictures.
we're calling it the Frozen Faces exhibit. So
You took 20 total damage, Rokas.
Yeah, it
I think
We were saying
and-
maybe we just
had
end it, Brad.
issues. Are you okay with that?
Are we still having issues?
I
Are you?
assume.
I wanted to get to something else, but we can end now.
But yeah, I think that's
All right, I think that's it. Yeah, that's
executive
definitely it.
decision.
That's
I
perfect.
think
Somebody
that
get a
was-
screenshot of that though. Screenshot
I got
that
that
last one. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
he said we can end now.
We can end that. Literally couldn't even finish the sentence. Oh my goodness.
Guess that means
All
we're
right.
ending now.
So we'll just make a note where we are in initiative.
Yes.
We'll pick up here. Cliffhanger. Rokas has got his shit kicked in. So there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rokas
Alright,
might
cool.
die. Okay. Bye, OnlyFan.
We really need to find a better name for that. But yes, until
Yes,
next time.
no, I like it.
Until next time.
All All right.
Bye,
Have a
everybody.
good one,
Thanks.
everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.